welcome back to this revamped version of Rantasmagoria. Today we are talking about the RE8 trailer, or RE8 The Village. These are just going to be like a quick minute or two of my random thoughts. First random thought, I did not think we were going to see Ethan again. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Ethan. It's just, Ethan is a Silent Hill protagonist. No, I'm being perfectly serious here. Resident Evil, the difference between a Resident Evil game and a Silent Hill game in the way of protagonists is that a Silent Hill protagonist is just Joe Nobody. You know, it's a dad, it's a husband in mourning, it's a artist, if we're still counting The Room as canon, which I'm pretty sure we do. I never played the last Silent Hill game that had a shout out to it. I'm pretty sure that guy's place wasn't in Silent Hill. Anyway. Oh no, because Mason's dad was running it. Yeah, that guy was totally in Silent Hill. Anyway, the difference is that RE protagonists are police officers, soldiers. You know, I think the only, like, kind of Joe everybody we had was, Rebecca. But Rebecca was Chris's, sister. I'm pretty sure the badass gene was strong in that family. I think she might have been part of a biker gang, or she was like a biker, or she probably taught her some self-defense training. Anyway, on the whole, the template for RE protagonists is, are you a bad enough dude to save the president's daughter? Which they literally made a game around. And because, and this is to Ethan's detriment and to his qualities as a protagonist, he has no personality. And that works for a first-person, game. That's the template. That's why, Twilight was so... The best way I could put it is prolific. Was because you could put yourself in the main protagonist's shoes. But when you put him up against, like, all these big personalities like Chris, the guy who faced down so many weird threats that he basically pushed his body to the absolute limit to, combat that. And then we have, Leon Candy, who's basically super cop. And we have Jill, who even before the remake was my go-to sardonic Valkyrie. It's just weird that we just have Ethan again. But seeing as this might be his last game, maybe they'll, give us some backstory in him other than the fact he's looking for his wife. Which I do not think is the plot of this game, if you've seen the trailer. God, Chris has gone cold-blooded. I love that. But that's kind of my, I'm totally in on this game. I didn't really like the molded all that much, but like everyone else, the boss characters were awesome. But that's kind of where I got my head scratching going on. I was like, Ethan's Joe Nobody. Why are you recruiting him? Or why is he being thrown back into this shit again? You don't question it the first time around because he has a very, human thing. Again, he's a Silent Hill protagonist. He's looking for his wife. And until I just said that, I realized, yeah, that's a Silent Hill protagonist. They are literally searching for their wife, their daughter. Anyway, it's just weird to throw him back into the shit again. The only theory I have right now is that he is immune to the molded. I do remember him getting, a face full of the food and not turning. But by the same logic, Zoe and her uncle also seemed pretty, high tolerance, and those two were badasses. I feel like those two would make a better protagonist than Ethan. And again, I don't dislike Ethan, just Ethan has no personality. But other than that, I'm down. It looks creepy as hell. It is a little jarring going off of the kind of brighter colors of the remakes back to that very subdued color that the first-person RE games have. But that's not a bad thing. One of the reasons that 7 really resonated with me is because I was looking for that Silent Hill Oxycontin, and RE7 was that Silent Hill methadone that I really needed. Again, this is a random thoughts video, so if there's a lot of I'm sorry. I'm also drinking coffee, so if you hear this, no apologies. I got no sleep, and it's really early. See anything else? Again, I love the very dark, very gritty first-person Silent Hill template that we're working with, and I do like that we have really, really walked away from the whole Michael Bay thing. That was basically 6. If we can make that non-canon, I would be so happy. But I do kind of miss that Resident Evil insanity that Resident Evil just kind of has. Again, are you a bad enough dude to save the president's daughter? They made an entire game around that. And just the kind of Romero feel we had from RE2 and RE3. I do kind of miss that. And if we are going to go further down the remake hole, while also making awesome original games that are super creepy and first person and great and everything, I really do want to see a remake of, to many people, is the true Resident Evil 3. Code Veronica. I never played it. I've only read synopsis. And it is so, so crazy. And I think there's a reference to it in the multiplayer game that came with Resident Evil 3. I don't play multiplayer games. I haven't really looked it out. But I'm pretty sure it's like a reference to a big plot point in that game. Unless I'm thinking about Resident Evil Revelations 2. You know what? I think I'm thinking Revelations 2. Which is also an awesome game that I actually own. Yeah, that's about it. This has been a revised version of Rantasmagoria. If I continue doing these, I don't know. I like them because they're a lot less labor intensive. And there should be another What's Up Punk video eventually. I'm working on it right now. And to Capcom. I love you guys. I honestly do. I'm so glad. So happy you're back. After fucking DMC and Resident Evil 6, it's just... It's been nothing but highlights since then. And I'm so happy because I was so angry at you guys for so long. Anyway, this is Nihilus, and I am wishing you a good day.
Hope you consider being a usual patron, or maybe just giving us a tip. As always, like to appease the algorithm gods, all praise. Share this video with friends, subscribe, and ring that bell.